Hello, it's me, Kent Peters, again, here to do another video. I almost wore a suit for this video, but I'm just gonna stick to the gym clothes. So we all hear how there's the rich, there's the middle class, and then there's the poor. We think of 3 levels. But what I tell you, there was different levels. There was more levels than that. We're just gonna focus on the rich, the different levels of riches. So there's a big difference in making $1 million a year versus making $20 million a year. The lifestyle of a millionaire and a billionaire is different. And we're going to talk about these different levels. Let's say you're making $30,000 a year. And compared to somebody that makes $3 million a year, so they make 100 times more money than you do. $3 million a year. So if you're making $30,000 a year, a PlayStation 5, it's just really expensive to you right now. But if you were making $3 million a year, guess what? To you, that would be like to them, if they was making $3 million a year, that's like spending $10 to them. On a Tesla, a Tesla, to you, that's more than what you make a year. Because a Tesla, a new one's like $50,000 a year. But of course, if you were rich, making $3 million a year, guess what? It's going to be like spending $500. So rich people, they have it made, man. I'm going to tell you how much they had it made. We're just going to start on the lowest level when it comes to the riches, making $200K a year. So what could you do if you're making $200,000 a year? Well, at this amount of money, guess what? You're making more than 99% of the population. You could afford a nice house, a nice car. So yes, you could afford a Tesla at this point. I'm not quite sure if I would buy one. If I was like just making this much money, the first year, I think I'll probably save some to the side, because even at $200,000 a year, that's like a quarter of your income buying a Tesla. You can also afford a maid. Well, of course, you likely be working full time at this job. Although you made a good amount of money, you still rely on that income coming in. So if you lose your job, at $200K a year is gone, man. You're back to where you started. But then the other levels, they're going to be different. But here's why. It's not income you're making, it's net worth. So this is pretty much how much you have. So the second level, $10 million to $30 million. So guess what? At this level, you can live pretty comfortably. You always ride first class in the airline. You can afford pretty much any health care. You really don't. You don't really need insurance when you make this much money. You can't afford bodyguards, because some of us do need bodyguards. Boarding school. I mean, I would never send my kid to boarding school, but that's an option. At this level, you should have no problem. You should have like no money problems, pretty much. But you still need to have. You still don't have enough money to where. You still don't have enough to where money don't matter. So you're still not considered ultra rich when you're making this amount of money. But then there's a third level. You have a net worth of $30 million to $100 million. You know what? At this level, you can pretty much play at this level. You can have nice parties, buy yourself a nice mansion at this level. You always stay at a 5-star hotel. You probably have multiple homes around the country or even around the world. I mean, I would have multiple homes around the country. Sometimes I want a break from Florida. It's too freaking hot. It's December right now. You know that? And where I live, it's like 80 freaking degrees. 80 degrees is good in the summertime, but I don't want to feel no 80 degrees in the wintertime. I want to see some snow. So I'll definitely have homes like across the country if I was at this level. Stay in a hotel for $10,000 to $20,000 a night. It's not a big deal to you when you have a net worth of 30 million to like $100 million. Spend that much, it's gonna hurt you financially at all. You won't even feel it. You'll have like a personal assistant for the bitch you like, because you're probably gonna have a bitch you like if you have a net worth this much. You can set it up to where people have to contact your assistant to contact you. So there's like people you don't want to be bothered with, and your assistants, they had to go to your assistant, and you pretty much tell your assistant, I don't want to be bothered right now. That'd be so cool. So you pretty much buy anything that normal people think of, like a Tesla. I would definitely buy Tesla at this level. We'll probably buy like some older cars too, like T4 model car that was made like in the early 1900s. I don't know what it is about that car, but there's something I like about that car, even though it's old. So you can buy pretty much anything. Gold watches, diamonds. But instead of riding first class on an airplane, you can fly private. So you pretty much fly like a private jet. So this is a good amount of money, but we're still not done. At level 4, you have networks somewhere between 100 million to like $1 billion. So money's pretty big at this point. So you like have control of a business that people heard of. You can now buy the most expensive homes the most expensive home in America. You can actually afford the most expensive home, because I look it up. You can show slides with many celebrities and travel to pretty much anywhere in the world in luxury fashion. Can afford a private yacht. I think I'll get a private yacht. There's something about it, I want to try it out. Or even an island. So yes, you can buy islands. I'm not sure any of y'all are aware of this, but you can buy islands. You can afford it. You can have more experience most people can only dream of. Want to be trained by like your favorite MMA fighter? It's a high possibility. It could happen. You have that much money, you pay them to train you. If there's like a music group you want to sing at your party, you go for it. Maybe you want Backstreet Boys to sing for you. You get like your assistant to pretty much contact them. And if there's like a good amount of money, they might do it. So this is a good level to be on. You can buy rare items like art or a pen that costs over $100,000. I mean, I would never spend $100,000 on a pen, but if you want to, you could. Or maybe you want to buy like some rare paintings. So this is the level to be at. Then there's a fifth level. $1 billion to $1 trillion. Yeah, I said $1 billion to $1 trillion. So yeah, this level, you're pretty much a billionaire. This is where people like Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, people like them, Warren Buffett. This is the level that they're on. They're billionaires. So you can buy assets. You can ask your staff to contact anybody in the world. And there's like a high probability that you'll get in contact with them. And it's not just celebrities. It's like people in power, like politicians, presidents. You can have a great impact with this amount of money. So in other words, you can buy time, no waiting around in line. You got your own private jet. You don't just drive. You don't just ride a private jet. You have your own private jet. You just show it to the airport when you feel like it. Go anywhere in the world you want to. So I don't know about you, but I would love to be at this level. I would have it made. But less than 3,000 people are billionaires. But then our final level, you're probably wondering, what would be the final level? Trillionaire and beyond. And nobody's currently a trillionaire at this point. As of 2021, if you're watching this video in like 2070, maybe there is a trillionaire when you're watching this video. But as of 2021, there's no trillionaire in the world. But there was. What could you do with $1 trillion? So if you was like a trillionaire or a multi-trillionaire, your influence would even be greater than a billionaire. You could probably buy a country if you was this rich. Could possibly change laws. So there's like some laws that you think are just so dumb. There's a high possibility that you could change those laws if you were this rich. Whenever space travel is possible, I imagine that you could probably have like your own private space jet. Travel to anywhere that's available at this point. But of course, then there's like Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So if you was a trillionaire, you know what you could do? You could buy like all the Bitcoin. If you had enough money to like buy all the Bitcoin, guess what? Or any other cryptocurrency, you had all the money to buy it. If you was a trillionaire, you know what would happen? That Bitcoin or whatever cryptocurrency, maybe it could be Shiba Inu or Dogecoin. You just bought all that was available. You know what's going to happen? The price of that coin is going to shoot up like crazy. Then you sell it back. You sell it all, and you make a giant profit. So that's pretty much what will happen. Yeah, I probably would do that if I was a trillionaire. It's unknown what a trillionaire could really do, since nobody has currently reached the status. But this level of wealth, you would be the richest person in the world. So if you were a trillionaire, you would have it made. But of course, there's a downside of being this rich. Relationships could be harder. And I don't mean just having like a boyfriend or girlfriend, husband or wife. I also mean like friends or family. You never know if these people really like you or they're just hanging out with you because you're rich. Some of these people could just be looking for a handout. They hang around you because they want that handout. They want that money. So it can be rough being this rich, guys. Whether you're a billionaire or a trillionaire, it could be rich. It could be rough being this rich, I could say. But no matter how much you make in life, in the end, we all have to go through this, and it's called die. We all die in the end. So we can't take our riches with us. So in the end, it really don't matter how rich you are, because you're going to die. And it really won't matter at that point. What matters is how you live your life. So I hope you all did enjoy this video. I mean, what would you do if you was in these different levels of riches? Me, if I was at level 1 where I was making like if I was making like $200,000 a year, would I buy a Tesla? I probably wouldn't buy one brand new. I'll probably just be buying like a used one. Now, if I was at level 2 where I had like a net worth of $2 million, I would buy one. At level 3, if I had a net worth between like 30 million to 100 million, I would likely buy a mansion. I probably would buy a mansion. So I would be happy to be at any of these levels. I'm pretty sure most of y'all would be. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you really like this video. Hitting that like button does help you the YouTube algorithm. And feel free to leave comments. Let me know. I want to know that what you would do if you was at any of these levels of riches. Trillionaire beyond. I would love that. But with that being said, have a good day. Bye for now.